What is going on, losers? Welcome to the Lost Losers Podcast. I am your host, Mr. John Bequette, joined on the couch by my beautiful bride, the tots of the show, Miss Andrew Bequette.
Tits of the show.
And via Zoom, Mr. wonderful Donnie and T.O.T.S.
Hey, guys.
All right.
And then young James coming out of wonderful
Hello.
Kentucky.
What up?
What's going on, everybody? How's everyone's week? Everyone doing good?
No.
Pretty good. I think it's gonna get better.
Eh.
I mean, I have ass.
I got some kind of unfortunate news today.
Uh-oh.
All right. So did
Might be my trip might be canceled.
Oh man, that's not too terrible of news.
The father-in-law tested positive for the COVID.
Oh, shite.
Let me one up you. My dog died today.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Whoop. Talk about a momentum killer.
Sorry.
Talk about shot to the balls.
Jesus, Jamie, just come out fucking hot, would you? Just
Coming out swinging.
come out just right out of the fucking gates on us and just be like, got a dead dog. Thanks, buddy.
Some awesomeness. That's this fucking microphone stand.
It's
That
so
is
sick.
badass.
Dude,
Isn't it?
young Will, thank you, Will, for doing that for you, man. That dude did
It's,
an amazing job.
William Escobar at PSM Services.
William Escobar. That's awesome.
Yep.
Pablo.
That's what
William
he's like.
Escobar.
He tells people his name's Pablo.
That's badass.
That's awesome. That's a legit move right there. That's a good move for him right there.
Yeah, man.
All right. So, once again, if you're new to the wonderful podcast and excuse me, if you're watching on YouTube, do us all a favor, hit the subscribe button for us real quickly, do all that. So what we usually like to do here is make fun of the weird shit that we find in the news, tell funny stories, and then young Jamie usually entertains us with a story, but he did not find a story this week. Thank fucking God, because we all need a break after last week's fucking story.
He's suspended from stories for a week.
Yeah, no more fucking weird stories from you. So, like we like to kick off now, well, we started last week. We still need to find a name for this segment.
I haven't been able to think about it, to be
Donnie,
honest.
anything?
No.
Well, this is the weird shit that
I'm
we
not
like.
that smart.
I know. Usually come up with a weird, good one-liner, Donnie, but nothing.
Hey, it usually comes in the middle of nowhere, and it's just like, that's the one.
Got it. Well, we'll just keep on the lookout on that one. James,
Gotcha.
have you thought of anything that what we should call this kickoff segment?
I just like the weird shit we learned.
The things we learned.
Weird shit we learned.
Educational
WSWE
potpourri.
or WSWL.
Yeah.
Wuzzle.
Wuzzle.
So basically, we'll just act like we're.
You know what? You could totally call it the wuzzle. And
The
then
wuzzle?
the wuzzle.
The wuzzle.
Weird shit we learned this week. We'll just fucking make our own anagram for it. Yes, it doesn't match. I am very fucking well aware.
It's a work in
Okay.
progress. How about that?
But yeah. Wuzzle's not bad.
Wuzzle-
I'll throw that on the table.
So we'll think of something. So this is the weird shit that we like to learn through the week. So the first thing I like to kick off, what I learned right off the bat, and it was about 24 hours after recording last week's episode, is YouTube does not like to let you show sex pictures of sex toys
And
on your
that's
channel.
bullshit. That was for educational purposes.
And you got to put an age restriction if you do. We learned that one, didn't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah. It's a learning experience.
So if you don't know, in episode 47, is it now? Our second YouTube channel episode, I think it's 47. Anyways, we played the sex toy Price is Right. We did a nice little PowerPoint demonstration. Well, I thought it was nice.
Pretty good.
Pretty good,
It
decent.
was a very, very, very put together segment.
It was, it looked semi-professional. And anybody that knows us, we're not professional at all.
That's a stretch.
That's a very long stretch. That's a very, very long stretch. So, yep. So can't put sex toys on there unless you put an age restriction. They did give us a point though, so that was kind of cool. They didn't nail us like they
Good.
could have, but age restriction on episode 47
Bastards.
because of sex toys.
Did someone
47.
report that, or is that something that they
That's
seek
something
regularly?
That's something that the team the YouTube channel team found. So they
Okay.
went and looked at it.
So
and went,
somebody's job is to sit and go through all the fucking videos that are posted on YouTube, like
So
regularly.
some random person watched the podcast.
yes.
Right on.
And
It's like,
Thank you.
man, I'm gonna have to report this, but these guys are kind of funny.
hopefully they found it pretty hilarious. I mean, it's a pretty good segment, you know.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I think, but so we got to figure out how we can keep that segment going every once in a while and still be able to show it the way we do because it was pretty funny. Like everyone that watched it, a couple of people that reached out went through that was fucking hilarious, even
So-
though it was an 8th grade
We're gonna
PowerPoint
fight to
presentation.
six.
Everybody has cell phones, right? You can do a
Yeah.
different Zoom that you're not recording for all of us to look at the toys and share it that way.
But it's
can't
still
re-
funnier when everybody
is,
else
but
gets to see the.
You know what? Or
Yes.
just bite the bullet and age restrict that fucking episode.
Here's what we do. We petition Adam and Eve, write them letters, and say, "Hey, we would like to have a game with your products." And you can be like, "Look, here, like you're just showing it what it is. You're not jamming it in your butt or anything." I mean, it'd be like, "Hey, we're trying to promote your business."
That's
Do
the way
you
we
think
could.
if you start
Go on.
with anal stuff, you would start with toys? Like I feel like you would start with fingers first.
You mean where you would start like with the toy wise? Like we're not going to be like. You think
No,
an
so
anal?
Are you saying? Are you saying you started with the finger in the butt?
I'm guessing Donnie doesn't have any like anal experience on himself. So I'm just like, would you start with toys?
You don't know me.
Listen, we're going to get into Donnie in a minute because he's got some exclamation to do. So yeah, that's
That was the one-liner you were asking.
well, we got one of them.
Ayo,
You don't know me. Got it. Write that down.
that's title.
Never assume, sir.
Could be a title. Title
Yeah.
ideas.
Title ideas.
Never assume, sir.
Never assume anything. Don't let the beer fool you, young James.
Right.
Don't let the beer fool you.
The
It totally
beard
does
is just
look
for
like Star Wars.
handles for her.
Ayo.
Kinda.
Hey, I want you to remember everything you're saying right now because I'm going to bring something up in a few minutes later down the road, and everything's going to make perfectly good fucking sense, and it's going to make this even better. So no sex toys on YouTube, on our YouTube channel. So we got to figure out a way to do that. So we'll talk offline about all that.
That's what you learned this week?
I learned that this week. That was one of the things I learned this week.
Pictionary sex toy Jeopardy.
I feel like I spent too long this week looking into sex toys because I was trying to find like an app controlled one for like long distance, and there is too many to choose from.
Oh, so it can be like in a different state and
Yeah,
work for your. Oh, that's awesome.
yeah,
How many did you find per se?
like fucking 10 or plus.
I've
Probably
been
a
I've been
dozen at
honestly
least.
looking for one. I've been wanting to get one for the missus. Just
The
because
one that
I know
looks
she
like
would
the
wear it.
best is the Wii Vibe.
Huh.
We vibe.
Sex toys that you control by an app. Huh.
Yeah.
So they make them for male and female,
Oh,
or just for
and
female?
I found one that was called the Cowgirl, and it was a full Sibian with a dildo and everything that was all app controlled, and it was like $1,600.
Jesus.
The sex industry is big money these days.
It's a
Apparently.
dude. It's a $10 billion a year industry or something crazy like that.
Right.
Think about that.
All the,
It
all the porn
equals
sites
the-
like this COVID things, everybody's locked down. Like, yes,
The
profits are gonna go
sex
through the roof.
here. Think about this. The sex industry in general rivals the NFL in money generated
I
per year.
believe it.
Think
I
about that.
believe it.
That's
But
insane.
how? I mean, I
I
can't
think
tell
more
you the
people
last
give a
time I
fuck
paid for
about
porn.
sex than football.
No, everybody has sex. Not everybody plays football.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's-
saying. I think there's more people that care about sex than care about football.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
someone asked you the question of you will be guaranteed to have sex every day for the rest of your life, and you can never watch football again, would you do it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't watch football as it is.
That's what I mean.
there
Right.
you go.
Oh, there's that.
We learned that today.
We just learned that. Yeah, the sex industry, but you got to think about everybody. Like you got to think about the Asian industry, like China, and how much they spend on sex dolls and toys. Like China's, you know,
Because they're not allowed to have a lot of kids.
yeah.
Got to fuck
Okay.
something.
That's it. You gotta fuck something.
Another
know,
title
there-
possibility.
Suck it, YouTube.
So I do. I do have something to share with you guys. Young, you got your phone in front of you there, Donnie?
Yes.
Jamie, you have your phone in front of you? You
Sure.
already know, so you don't have to say anything. Can you please go to Urban Dictionary for me?
Oh
Yes, sir.
God.
It's a good one.
Thank you. You will enjoy this thoroughly, sir.
Urban
You'll-
Dictionary.
Yes, Urban Dictionary.
I am there.
Can you type in happy clunker and read
Oh,
me
shit.
the definition for me, please? Look at Jamie.
It's a good one.
The act of masturbating and taking a poop at the same time. For that act of saving time to give yourself an after lunch boost. Yes, we're on Urban Dictionary. Fuck yeah. That is
Welcome.
awesome.
You're
Yes.
welcome. Do you not like the definition? I thought the definition was great.
I
think
start my
the
day
whole
with a
thing-
happy clunker to save me
Oh.
time and really boost my mood. We're going to give that the first thumbs up.
Thank you.
Does Andrea like
Oh,
I'm gonna get throat punched. Jesus. Does Andrea like Dirty Weasel? Because that's another really good one.
I don't know what Dirty Weasel is, so please enlighten us there, young James.
Just when you go from ass to puss without cleaning it off.
Jesus Christ. Well, there's that.
Hey, I'll be back.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on, we got that's fucking gross, man. Ass the puss just right off the bat. Up.
You cause an infection and shit.
Yeah, that could cause like ugh. That's a lot. That's a no-no.
It's a lot. And my thought is just it's gonna get caught in like the folds of my foreskin also, so it's just gonna make it worse.
Yeah, you're not cut, so you gotta be extra careful, man. Don't you have like extra cleaning and shit like that to do?
Yeah.
So
That's
Was it
Yeah.
Will there for the happy clunker discussion?
no. The happy
Oh.
clunker discussion's been going on
That's an
since we
old
start-
one.
The
That's an
happy
old one.
clunker been going on since beginning of the podcast, my friend. You know, I haven't done anything with it yet. I've been waiting for it to get in an Urban Dictionary, so we're at least time stamped with owning it. So now official, it is owned
I'm
by
sharing
us.
that shit on the internet right now.
Thank you, sir. Figured you would thoroughly enjoy that one. So, all right. Hey, did you remember me? Is this another thing I learned this week? So, you remember me talking about it last week that there's been a lot of fights with people on fucking airlines?
Right.
yeah,
Did you see the
See the
new?
dude who got duct taped to the fucking
so
chair?
great. It's
We-
so great.
So, we talked about him last week, remember? Did you
Yeah.
see the new 13-year-old kid who got duct taped to a fucking chair? Yeah, 13 because he threw a temper tantrum and was trying to kick out a fucking window.
Holy shit.
And then you had the two ding dong mom and daughters who wanted aisle seats and they got kicked off their Southwest flight because they're trying to get people to move. And they're like,
Right.
So-
I ain't moving.
so as I'm flipping through the news, one and the letter, I only seen it on Fox News. Go ahead, judge me. I watch all news, so don't get at me with that shit. How they had a Southwest flight attendant. She's like, yeah, I work with the retired MMA fighter because I'm not dealing with that shit.
Right.
She basically
Suck it.
she this goes, they're like, he would ask her, he goes, are you doing anything besides these drills? Like they're showing like, I guess Southwest has a school in Orlando to like help deal with like terrorist threats or something,
Yeah.
or the flight marshals, air marshals. That's what they're showing, like the air marshal school.
The U.S. Marshals.
Yeah, whatever they call it. And how
The
they
only
deal with
guys
that.
on the plane with a gun.
Yeah, those guys. And they were showing that, and he was like, as a flight attendant, are you doing anything to help protect yourself? She goes, yeah, I work with a retired MMA fighter. I take this self-defense while watching. She goes, because I am not dealing with these people. She goes,
Bring
if-
that shit on.
she's like, if you're on my flight and act like this, she goes, I will defend myself. I'm like, she was
Bro,
like, I will lose my
wanna
job
see
that
a
day.
Flight attendant that just looks like a bouncer now. Like I want to see a big fucking dude that's just like showing you how to unbuckle and everything. Like that's what I want.
Dude, I should go be a flight attendant.
Yes, like it would be so great.
That would be fucking fantastic. Except like me hulking down the aisle, like, what do you want to drink?
Bumping
You know?
into
You want
everyone.
peanuts or pretzels.
Dude, can you imagine?
You want like they're asking you like you sell coke with them? Like
My thought was, why wouldn't like the airline start like hiring like vets that like
That's another good point.
yeah.
hire a vet, a retired cop
Give
or
them
something like that?
to do.
A retired cop. Can you imagine like some dude that used to be a part of like SEAL Team 4 just like steps up? It was like, hey man, you need to settle down. You know what? I'm the security for the flight. Please sit down. And all of a sudden, this dude gets hemmed the fuck up. It
Do you want to die today?
just tucked perfectly underneath the seat.
Yeah, and they have that like scary calmness about them
Right.
that
That
like people just
high.
respect. And so like it would be fucking perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be a great idea. If you ask me, I think it'd be a perfect idea.
What airline though? I'm gonna apply for that shit.
I don't know. Dude, I don't know why all airlines haven't done that already. Like,
Right.
because they were saying like how air marshals are so underfunded because of Department of Homeland Security's budget is dwindling, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how that shit works. I don't pay attention. Don't ask me. And they're like, we just don't have the manpower to have someone on every flight. So that's why you're seeing these people just meleeing the fuck out of each other. There's no security.
Don't they make a
Anymore.
lot of money?
Flight attendants, yes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure they make good coin.
Fucking yeah, good money and you get fucking ridiculous miles and just free flights.
You go anywhere you want, really.
Yeah. And I've heard people that do that where it's a flight to a resort and they'll end up just staying at the resort with the guests because the flight played or the airline paid for it and everything.
Nice.
So
I
they
might
just
have-
go and
I
hang
might
out
have to
with
apply for that shit.
yeah.
Yeah, I really wouldn't mind. You know, if I don't like flying.
I'm friendly.
I don't either, but like it's still a thought of like, man, maybe go do it for 5 years. That'd be
Yeah.
fucking fun.
Yeah, you never know. You might, if they're started, if they're like hiring security and want to do like that's what they should do. I don't know why they just don't hire someone to be on security.
Oh,
Right.
Why would they? What do
Well,
they get to lose?
It's probably because of like a
separate
liability.
Yeah, there's separate legality to it. That's the thing.
Right.
I
They don't
mean,
want to have like one of their badass flight attendants kick somebody's ass and then like, oh shit, we're getting sued because this guy's an asshole.
but if the
like,
guy
that's-
was being an asshole and he deserved to get the shit, you don't see bouncers getting fucking sued or security guards getting sued.
Well,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you have a security on the plane, just a
See,
dude in plain clothes, you don't know who he is, just sitting there chilling like a villain.
yeah.
He doesn't have to have security on him. He sees somebody getting rowdy, he gets to stand up, he shows them, he's like, hey, I'm Airplays,
Right.
this is who I am.
I'm gonna give you this opportunity to sit down and shut up.
Then
Then there's gonna be a problem.
before I have to handcuff you, this, that, and the other, let him have just give him a taser. That's all he really
Right.
needs. You don't want to be
Yeah.
setting off pepper spray in a fucking plane.
Right. And don't give him a gun.
Jesus.
Like you don't want to miss and like fuck everything up.
If the gun should be locked up with the pilot, that's it.
Yep.
Where they have it now, have an extra gun. Just keep it simple. That's my thought. Maybe that's
Yeah,
my
give
thought.
him a taser. Taser is fine.
Yeah, it's
That's
just
my
my
thought.
thought.
Oh yeah.
Donnie, did you learn anything? What did you learn this week? Anything?
What did I learn? I learned that Texas is really hot, and I'm starting to not enjoy it so much. Other than that, not a whole lot.
Just the heat or the
Yeah,
Texas in
it's
general?
I'm just so tired of the heat. It's fucking
Same.
hot. And then everybody's like, "Oh, we got about another week left of this heat." I'm like, "It's still gonna be 92. Like, it's still gonna be hot. Yeah, it's not gonna be 111, but it's still gonna be fucking hot."
Like you're
Yeah.
just
He's fucking hot. What else did I learn? Not a whole lot. I haven't learned a whole lot of shit.
Jamie, have you learned anything this week? Can you hear us? Did you die? What happened here?
Brain fart.
Did you
I don't know. I don't think anything.
Nothing.
I've just been focusing on girl shit and yeah.
girl shit? What kind of girl shit? Like trying to establish a relationship?
Yes.
Okay. How is that going? Is there a title to your relationship yet, or is it just?
No, we wanted to talk face to face about that. So
Ooh, very interesting. Got it. I'm guessing face to face comes this evening as soon as we get done with this wonderful podcast.
tomorrow morning.
Uh-oh. So when you'll be listening to the podcast, got it.
Just put that on in the background for the first time.
Oh yeah, because that's
boy.
exactly what you want to be hearing in the background is my wonderful sexy voice.
Now, is she pregnant?
No, she's not
No.
pregnant.
I will. We had the
No.
conversation a couple weeks ago.
Yep. Yeah. No, she's
Okay.
not pregnant. She is a night nurse. She's really into like metal music and
Sweet.
horror movies and acid and fun
Sounds
stuff.
like my kind of gal.
Yeah.
Sounds like her kind of gal. Nice.
That's a fucking unicorn right there, dude.
Yeah.
Ah.
It seems like it.
Seems like it so far.
Gee.
Yeah.
All right.
Everything you just mentioned, I'm like, that's a fucking unicorn.
Hey, speaking of unicorns, I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you for bringing that up, by the way. Now, young Jamie, remember when I was talking about it here a few minutes ago? I'm like, remember this, and it's all going to make
Yes.
sense. So as I was going through the Facebook group, someone put
Present company included.
something about women can stick dildos to guys' foreheads and ride them like a unicorn.
That's my girl.
Yep, it was Donnie's
I
wife.
want to get, if you're gonna do that, I would want to get like a mask that goes around the nose so you can still like use your tongue and stuff.
Like a snorkel.
Yeah,
Like a snorkel.
you're gonna be like mouth breathing the entire time unless they add some like breathing
Go on.
shit. But
I'm going
Sorry
in.
to break in. This is gonna make you happy, John.
Yes.
I shared the happy conquer on the Facebook, and my buddy David's like, "Who doesn't do that?"
Oh my fucking god.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. We are now just putting a name to it. That is all. You know what?
Catch it on.
And it's going to catch on against my wife. Look at her face of just sheer disappointment. Yes. So back to you. So here's so Donnie, would you like to explain your wife's desire to ride your forehead?
It doesn't happen. That's her sense of humor.
Well,
And of course, I had to instigate the thing.
well,
But if she wanted to, I would be totally down.
Well, can you do me a favor? Make sure you get a helmet, man. Because I'm just, I know your wife. She's a little crazy, and I don't want you getting like a concussion and getting CTE, man. I'm worried about your health and safety.
I got a hard dome.
we're doing this against the headrest.
Dude, I got a motorcycle helmet. I'll pop that motherfucker right on there.
Okay, I'm just making sure. I'm just making sure that.
And then you have a face shield so you can like still breathe and shit.
Hey,
I got
hold on.
I got a new,
Time
I got a
out. Time
new
out.
helmet.
We're recording, so don't come on camera,
Oh yeah.
Mister.
There's a
I'm gonna.
shield in case there's any discharge.
Yeah, he's got a face shield to cover any kind of.
I got two helmets now.
You gotta make sure you get goggles.
You don't need goggles if you got the helmet on.
That's true too.
Just keep the little side thing.
Right, I have to wear the full face for that one.
Yeah.
But then I wouldn't have any access to do anything.
Oh, you got a brain
I
bucket helmet also.
Yeah, it's DOT approved, but yeah.
Well, yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be all right.
If I fall, I want to die anyway. It's gonna hurt.
Gee, I don't want to lip away from it. Is what you're
No.
saying.
Like I don't want to have to deal with this.
If I crash, I want it to be into an 18-wheeler.
Right. Like, let's make this instant and over with.
Okay. Yeah. You can go over there.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got someone in a towel coming down here to
Put
listen.
your fucking shirt on, bro.
Put some pants on.
Donnie said, "Put your shirt on, bro."
You know,
There's Thor is swinging his hammer around.
Thor.
I don't want to see that, dude.
Yeah, just
Really?
back off. Is that what you want?
You gonna sit down or are you gonna stand there creepily?
He's gonna stand there creepily. All right. All right. Well, you ready to get into something weird or get into something weird?
No, because you
Yeah,
didn't
let's do
ask
some
me what
weird
I
shit,
learned.
'cause
Oh,
there's been a
I'm
lot
sorry.
of weird
What did
shit
you?
going on.
I'm sorry. We forgot about my wife.
Of
I'm
course.
sorry.
Oh,
Fuckers.
Sorry,
sorry.
Tots. Sorry. What did
Whoops.
you learn this week?
That everything sucks.
bingo.
Yeah, that's
Like I honestly have nothing good. Like
get
That's
it out into the universe.
like specifically or
Whatever you want to talk about, baby. So whatever's gonna make you feel better, let's hear it.
some shit's going down with my mom. She's not doing
Yeah.
too well. That whole scenario sucks. Let's see. Carter kind of got sent home today because they thought he had pink eye, and clearly the kid has not a goddamn thing wrong with his eye. So they're like, nope, can't come back without a doctor's note. We go to urgent care. Urgent care has a sign up saying, oh, we've reached full capacity, not seeing any more patients. Sent that to his boss. His boss is like, well, there's other urgent cares. And Carter's like, yeah, no. So he ended up going back to work because there's nothing fucking wrong with his eye.
Right.
Here's my question on that. They did have a note that says we've seen enough patients today.
No, it wasn't said we've seen, but they've reached their capacity.
Hold on. I got
You
it.
have them. I don't even know.
We have hit our quota for the day.
We have reached our maximum capacity for evaluating patients. So that just means they've just seen enough patients.
Even the RN of the group kind of looked confused with that one. It's an urgent care. There's no, you know what I mean?
Like that's like
There was
saying
nobody-
McDonald's is closing because they sold too many cheeseburgers.
What if it meant like we've got so many people in here that we're not even going to be able to get you in before?
There was
it's
nobody
closing?
in there.
There was no one
Oh,
inside.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's just like, all right, we've had enough for today.
Do you know where that the urgent care is right by the T-Mobile and all that, like right across from the Walmart? That's the one we went to.
Yeah.
There was
Oh, okay.
there's nothing there. There's a doctor's office there. There was like two people on that side.
Yeah, that's all it says. It says we've reached our
You say that about McDonald's, and it's funny as shit to me because I've worked at a chicken restaurant that ran out of chicken.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
that's happened
that like barbecue joints do that all the time because you can only cook so much in it so quickly. But it's a fast food joint that has a freezer that throwing frozen patties on a grill and heating them back up.
It's easy.
It's not like they're not in reinventing the wheel. Like, so basically what this urgent care says, like, hey, we've sold too many cheeseburgers today. We're done.
So
And that could have been 5. Like they had a quota they had to meet, and that was it. They're like, all right,
I don't know.
that
Like
was
I
it.
said, the nurse's reaction even said it all. It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But
Is there any difference in terms of urgent care of like the level of skill or anything?
yeah, like it all depends on what if you can get stitched up. If your bone was broken, they'd be able to like wrap it up and then send you to an orthopedic. They don't do much. Okay.
Right. If you need
Um,
stitches or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Stitches, yes.
Well, yeah, I
X-ray.
get
Ow, I
that.
sprained my ankle. Ow. Or I feel like shit. They can run regular tests, but if like blood, some places have a lab attached to them and they can do like blood work and shit like that. But other places are going to send you somewhere else. So basically, in a nutshell, what I have learned this week is that I am being wholly motherfucking tested by whatever power or whatever fucking being that there is. I am spent. I am super concerned about my family. I'm on the
Yeah.
verge of losing my ever loving fucking mind.
And
Just saying.
we are here to make sure. Yeah, it doesn't
I'm not going to
happen.
go into huge detail because
But-
that's the whole super family thing. But
Yeah.
yeah. No.
Is urgent care where like the C and D doctors go?
Urgent care is where you'll be seen by like a nurse
Nurse
practitioner
yeah.
Yeah.
who technically
Hey.
can and does
Yeah.
the same thing as a doctor, but she's like pay grades down.
No.
Hey guys, I have a question for you.
Answer.
So if my trip gets canceled next weekend, I'm contemplating taking a 10-hour motorcycle ride.
Come on.
Can I sleep
Do
on your
it.
couch?
Yep.
Dude, we got all
Yep,
kinds of
you know-
couches.
yep,
We got
come on.
Maddie's room.
Maddie's room's open.
Awesome.
Maddie don't live here no more.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's the whole. Yeah.
And then we can record one. And then we can actually record one while you're here
Yeah.
because you haven't seen the studio since it's been done.
Mm-mm.
But no.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll get that going.
Do
So,
something funny
awesome.
before I like lose my shit.
all right. Hey, can we give props to? Hey, how about we give props to somebody? Let's give props to Kakistan. They figured it out.
What's in Kakistan?
Kakistan has figured it out.
Khakis.
They figured that out. Kakistan has a new policy that anybody that has been found guilty of any pedophile or sexual misconduct charges are chemically castrated.
Good.
Yes.
Set him on fire.
It gets better. Not only is this a new policy, but since it's a new policy, they are going around with a film camera and are filming the assholes that are getting their weekly or monthly injections.
Nice.
So they have to go and get a monthly injection to be chemically castrated.
Oof.
And these guys are crying about it on
Good.
TV going, I now know I fucked up. One guy was like, now I know I fucked up. And that was all he kept saying over and over and over again. And for language like,
Good.
I fucked
Is
up.
that what it takes for these fucking people?
Right. Like that's what you deserve.
Dude, the other guy looked like, and I couldn't help but laugh my ass off at the misery that was on this guy's face when he was like, I have to get, this is tearing my body apart.
Good.
I can't get a hard on.
Good.
I can't use, this is terrible. This is the worst thing ever. And it's just
Really?
crying. And I'm like, good, you fucker. Come to find out he like raped like a 14-year-old girl. Fuck you.
So
That's
what the
you
fuck
get.
does he think he did to her?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
We're gonna
you're
get stem
crying.
cells
Why I can't get a hard on. Good.
Yeah.
You
Like,
piece of shit.
brutally raped like he beat and raped a 14-year-old girl. Like,
We're gonna figure out
Unbelievable.
science that you can grow your dick back so we can do it to you again.
And so they're not really going to have backlash on this because it doesn't go against any agreement because it's not used on a different country.
Good for them.
That's awesome.
That's fantastic.
I hope it is
Cheers
a very
to fucking Kakistan.
Yeah, like holy fuck.
I hope it's a very fucking painful, slow process. Obviously, if you have to have
Yep.
an injection a month, I hope it hurts really bad. And I hope every time you feel that pain, you fucking realize what you did to somebody else because you're a jackass and can't fucking control yourself. You
Yeah.
piece of shit. That reminds me, like the whole rape thing.
Cheers.
Like I watched that Woodstock 99
yeah,
what the fuck documentary
on HBO,
HBO
Max.
Max.
Yeah.
I was like, oh wow, this is pretty badass. Those people are fucking stupid. Like, what in the actual fuck went on during that show is ridiculous.
Yep.
And the people that put it on should totally be responsible. They're charging these kids $4 for a thing of water. Their fucking bathrooms overflowed and everyone's dancing around in shit and piss. Like it was. Thank God I did not.
Have
go.
you did we watch it?
It was
Besides,
it was very interesting. Like
I haven't seen it yet, but
I need to watch
I
it.
have-
you really
I'm gonna
do.
watch this
Like I
tonight.
recommend it, and you're just gonna be like, "What the?"
I need to
fuck?
watch it. I did. We'll get into it. We'll get into
Yeah,
it.
I
had to throw
some-
that in there.
I heard some people talking about it being, I can't remember who they told, but it was someone telling someone that they wouldn't like it
They
because it's like the cis white man did it all, and
Yeah,
that's all
there
someone
are
said, and I was like, the fuck, why?
there
it was
are
such a weird
some
take on
parts of that in there, like it was all
Yeah,
white
who
privilege,
was telling us
freaking
that?
frat boys, but this
Oh,
It-
who?
yeah.
They were saying, it was because all these frat white boys, because DMX was singing his songs. Tell me N-word or something
yeah.
like say it N-word or whatever.
and the
that-
crowd was
Yeah, there was
chanting.
something like that I heard.
when
Yeah,
and they're like, well, since they thought it was okay to say it because they were there, that allowed them to be enraged and be racist, and like they just snowballed it into this thing. And I went, I don't need to watch that.
No, but that's only a
part of it.
small part of, and it's people's opinions. Like people that were there,
Mhm.
like told you
Yeah.
some dude that went specifically to see Metallica kept a fucking journal. He died
Holy
Wow.
shit.
of fucking heat exhaustion. They paddled him. They didn't take his goddamn temperature. It was 110 degrees outside. They're at a military base on fucking asphalt.
Oh,
And
Jesus.
you
fuck.
automatically
Misery.
you automatically assume that this guy, since he's at that kind of show, is having some kind of fucking overdose. You don't check his temp and
Yeah.
you shock him.
Oh my God.
He died. He was like 24 years old, and his buddy that was with him
Jesus.
was like, we didn't do any drugs. We went for the show. We didn't
Oh
drink.
my gosh.
You know, this kid's dead. Gone.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
What
crazy.
a night! What a nightmare! I'm glad I didn't go to that show.
No shit.
Speaking of Woodstock 99 artists, were you pretty upset to hear that your favorite band got back together and already canceled the rest of their shows?
Who? Limp Bizkit?
Yeah.
Did they really?
Yeah,
Oh.
they canceled. Yeah, canceled because of COVID.
Go figure.
Why do you call? Why does everyone think it's my favorite?
Because
band?
you have it tattooed on your arm,
Because I.
and
Yeah,
it's
and
spelled
it's
the
I know,
same,
same
way.
way.
Nickname. 'Cause I
Fucking
don't barbecue
nickname is
thing.
Biscuit.
Like,
No, that's
Right.
big. Yeah, well, because no one knows how to pronounce my last name. That's how they just dubbed me that. And then I didn't know how to spell biscuit at the time when I was getting tattooed because I was fucking drunk off my ass. I barely remember getting the tattoo.
I thought you were gonna say Mudvayne because they're having their fucking reunion thing right now.
Oh, is Mud Bacon? Oh, that'd
Well,
be a good one.
at least I got to go to one
They're-
show this year because I have a feeling the rest of the shit's gonna get canceled.
No shit.
I got to go.
So
see,
I bought tickets. Yeah, not yesterday, the day before, and then yesterday at work, I got an email that was like, "Yeah, you have to wear your mask to the show now." And I was just like, "Fuck!"
right. How are you gonna wear a mask to a fucking show? That would be
Like
miserable.
before it was like as long as you have your vaccine card, you can just be let in. So I was just like, "Fucking cross my fingers, let's go." And it got changed like within 18 hours or
be-
whatever. I
on
was just-
the at the concert I went to with my dad was at Riverport or whatever the fuck it's called now, and they had
Hollywood.
sent out emails being like, you have to wear a mask, you have to wear a mask. So we took them, and there's nobody there that was wearing a mask. I'm not pro or con. You want to wear it, wear it. If you don't,
Yeah.
I don't fucking care. Like, it doesn't bother me none. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I guess, they haven't said anything to me. Nobody else. And it was hot. It was nice, but it was like 78 degrees. I wear glasses, obviously. So that shit, when it's hot, fucking fogs your face. You
Fog.
can't see. There was maybe 20 people that I saw out of that whole entire fucking big ass crowd that had a mask on. Kudos, dude. Like, props, whatever,
yeah.
but we did not have to wear them. They didn't ask for a card. They didn't ask for shit.
Yeah, and it's a smaller show, so I'm hoping that it's just like if once we're in the venue, it'll just be like whatever.
There was like zero social distancing, like your asshole to belly button with people, and we had
Yeah.
good seats. So I'm done.
Oh, it's gonna be
Oh.
like a crazy little rap show, so it's gonna be mosh pits and everything. So
Oh, jeez.
God.
All right. All right. One more crazy shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know who Shane Goldsby is, but he's in prison, so he's kind of a piece of shit. But I'm gonna give him a fucking huge I'm gonna give him a huge pass on this one. This guy won the lottery when he was in prison.
How the fuck do you do that?
Hold on. Not the lottery that we think with a whole bunch of money.
Oh,
No, he won the lottery as in his cellmate ended up being the guy who raped his fucking sister.
No
oh.
way.
I heard about
Yeah,
this.
that's
Yeah,
the
I
fucking
read
lottery
just like a
right there.
tagline about this.
And guess what? And dude, he went up to the guards and went, "Hey man, this dude raped my sister. You need to get him out of my cell." And they went, whatever. And then the guy proceeded to go into detail on how he raped this one person. And so, Mr. Shane Goldsby, I'm going to give you a pass for beating this fucker to death. Kudos on you.
Death? Beat him to death?
Beat him to death
Good.
and got 24
Good.
more years added to his sentence.
At that point, what the fuck difference does it make?
I don't know how long he was supposed to
Fuck
be in
it.
there for the first time. So, but when he's 50, he'll get out. But
Hey, you can still do a lot at 50, man.
so you can still 50 is the new 40. You know what to
Right.
say. But this dude so he won the lottery because
Good for him.
this guy got sent to his prison, got put on his block, and got put in his cell.
Wow.
That's awesome.
I bet you his sister sleeps a little better at night. I mean, yeah, it sucks she's gonna be without her brother, but you don't have to worry about that motherfucker doing what he did to her to
Right.
anybody else.
I love that dad is on the same block as Suge Knight.
That's the fucking
Is it?
craziest.
Yeah, it's like he fucking passes him and like waves at him for like meals and shit.
Sup, yo.
Can you imagine going to prison and be like, "What's up, Shug?" This is like, God Damn.
That'd be awesome.
Oh, it wouldn't. Have you seen how big that man is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure everything's proportionate to that man,
But-
and I don't want anything to do with it.
But like, if you're in there and you killed a man with your bare hands in the prison, it's kind of one of those things where like you get that respect from a dude like Suge Knight.
Listen, I'm pretty sure everyone's giving him a pass. Like everyone on his block went,
Right.
this guy did what? And then had the balls
Legit.
to brag about it. Pretty sure you got what you coming.
Piece of
Yep.
Just saying
shit.
what she said.
Deserves it.
So, Mr. Shane Goldsby, I don't know what you did prior. You know, you probably deserved to be in prison for whatever you did prior. I'm not
Right.
saying he's a good person.
Not
But when
defending
you-
you on that one.
Not defending on
But
that one.
on the new one.
But for you stomping on this guy's head 4 times,
Oh,
Well played.
crush. Like a grape.
I mean, good for you. I'm glad you got to have that because not everyone wins that lotto ticket.
No,
Nope.
that's justice right there.
I think it's fantastic. So, all right.
He should be pardoned.
I know. So after that, those are my 2 weird shout outs to the one guy, Kakistan. Good on your chemical castration of fucking pedophiles.
Khakis.
You're gonna lose your cack at Kakistan.
Spell it with a K.
Lose your Kakistan.
It's not going to be called chemical castration. It's going to be castration with a K.
Castration. Yep. I don't even know where to go from here, man. That's just fuck.
I needed that.
That's a good one, Donald.
That was
See,
good.
I told you they come when not expected.
We
I
appreciate
don't
it.
work
Ayo,
well
that's
under
what she
pressure.
said.
Whoa.
And that's what we would appreciate about shoes. All right. Jamie, since you're the single one of the bunch and not married, I should say, and you've been on Tinder.
Yeah.
What's the weirdest Tinder? Donnie, did you ever go on Tinder when you were single?
Yeah, I was. I mean,
I've never been on Tinder.
I
Tinder was
don't think I ever dated. Well, yeah, I did date a chick on Tinder for like a couple of days, but she was crazy.
A couple of days.
That was when I was in Jersey. Like I partied with her, and like I went out. We met up for drinks, and that turned into being over at some random person's house you've never met before in a hot tub with like a whole bunch of people you've never met before, and like there's this 50-plus-year-old Asian lady with like a 23-year-old dude, and like everybody gets out and they start banging in the hot tub. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I've never had a night like that before. Go back to my place and did the whole thing the next night again. I was like, yeah, we can't keep doing this. Like, this is too crazy for me. I
That's a
got
little
kids and shit.
That's a little strange. James,
Yeah, it
what's
was
your crazy Tinder date? Anything?
Crazy one. I mean, I had one before Tinder in California that just ended up being really embarrassing because I tried to do like some porn star moves and just like fucked up her leg.
Whoops.
I'm sorry.
And
We're
then
gonna need
she
some
came to
context.
see me with
How do
a
you hurt
story.
her leg?
Please, context to this story.
So I was trying to like stand up and hold her and then fuck. And then like her leg got stuck on something and she dropped backwards. So her ankle like nearly snapped.
Ooh.
And then the like next day at school, I see her like limping around and shit. And I'm just like, ah.
Oh, you went to school. See, we're talking like grown up shit.
Yeah, no, I forget how young he
High
is.
school.
Yeah,
so.
he went to. Yeah, I forgot how young he is. I forgot how
I know.
young James is.
Like you had all these advantages at an early age, like
Yeah,
With being tall.
no, with technology.
yeah, technology and shit.
It wasn't Tinder. That was just mutual friends.
All right, here's a weird one, and I
Tinder,
want to.
I mean, the like one of the first ones here. I was being clueless as fuck, and she was like, well, "Let's go lay on my bed" and stuff like that. And I was just kind of like sitting there, just like, "Yeah, this is nice." Like, I don't know why, but I was just so clueless acting that day. And I was
At
just
that
like,
point,
yeah,
you start
whatever.
taking your pants off.
Yeah, and then
It-
she was
that's
like,
the play.
so do you want to hook up or not?
Oh, that's what this is. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why I was like so lost. I was
The
just
only
like,
way
I
you
mean,
can play that
sure.
off. The only way you can play that off. A gentleman never assumes. That's the only way you could have made that situation to where you didn't look like a fool.
Yep, he's got
Just
it.
be like, a gentleman never assumes, and then
That-
you fucking just the buckle comes open, and then yeah.
Yep, that's how you do it. That's all you got. All right, got a weird one for you. I want to see if this
Okay.
is what if you think this young lady is in the wrong here, or if this guy is just really creepy. It's option B. So this lady met this young man on Tinder, invited him over to a barbecue. They're having barbecue and chit chat, and everything's going just fine until he pulls out a little 2-inch vial.
Of?
It's his mother's ashes,
Oh, hell
Jesus.
no.
and then proceeds to go. And she goes, "What is that?" Because he started whispering to it. And he was like, "Let me introduce you to my mom."
I'm telling my mom about you. Shut up.
Yeah, that's pretty much what he said.
And at that point, he'd be like, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go now.
So she kind of just let it play out and then let him leave. About 15 minutes after he left, he was like, "Hey, I had a really good time. You're a very easy person to talk to. And me and my mom both think there's a connection here."
And I'm out.
Run away. Block this number.
That's
What?
that's scary.
That's fucking creepy, man.
Jesus.
What do you do? Like, what?
Yeah.
This guy knows where you live.
That's the stupid part about that. Why would you invite somebody you don't know to your house? Like,
Give me a common ground. First date rules, right?
it's been
Rookie mistake.
been a long ass
Yeah.
time.
Like, you don't invite,
Yeah.
rookie.
You start in a hotel, pal. Like that's
Or
that's how it
something.
works.
A car in a
Like,
parking
right.
lot or whatever.
Meet at a bar.
Yeah.
Well, I get, maybe because, COVID reasons.
True. But that's even more reason not to bring some stranger to your house.
Could be.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
That's weird.
Like,
He must
Oh.
have been like an attractive dude or something.
I don't know, but that's no.
That's a whole nother level of mama's boy. Like
Right.
a guy that has respect for his mom's one thing. Guy that depends on his mom's another. A dude that's carrying his dead mama's ashes around and talking to it.
Norman Bates.
Pretty much.
Oh yeah. He's gonna wear her skin later.
Gotta watch out for the lampshades.
Yeah, it's
Hey.
like,
It's freaking Ed Gein in the goddamn flesh.
Is that a
I'd
belt
gain-
made of nipples?
is that a, what you,
Is that a nipple?
No, is it a belt
Made
made
of
of
Belt
nipples?
made-
Ed Gein did that.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you know what
Oh,
movie was based on Ed Gein? One of them.
Yeah.
Which one? It's gonna be Texas. Wasn't
Oh,
Texas
it's,
Chainsaw Massacre
That's
was one?
one.
Yeah.
no,
well, yes.
Yeah. And The Hills Have Eyes was
Bates-
two.
No.
No.
Silence
It's,
of the Lambs was the other one.
Ah.
Also, Bates like
Norman the Psycho.
yeah, Psycho was based on because of Ed Gein.
Yep. So there you go.
So three movies.
of three that I can name off the top of my head.
I thought what was The Hills Have Eyes based off of?
Some shit that happened down in New Mexico. I don't know. I don't know if that was a true
A
story or not.
video game.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't name it.
I thought The Hills Had Eyes was based off
It
of a
might have
true
been.
story or based off.
Off of a story.
Yeah. Man, I got something in the back of my throat.
So
I
do
can't
I.
get
That's
rid
why I
of
sound
today.
like I have fucking raspy
So it's not me to
phone
not
sex
me.
operator voice going on.
Sinus.
Folks.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling.
Good evening.
How may I help you today?
Oh, I heard an amazing stand-up joke earlier this week about a guy getting a job at a sex hotline because he thought he would be talking to girls.
There's a dude. I found an article. The fuck what I don't know, 4 or 5 months back. I don't think I talked about it on the podcast. I talked to it with somebody though. Like during the pandemic, some dude like quit his job and became a phone sex operator as a woman talking to dudes.
Holy shit.
And is making like $5,000 a month.
Jesus.
Oh, I can imagine.
Just pretending to be a woman on a phone sex line. And that's what he does. He's like, I don't need to do it
I could probably do it if I had like a script or something to like go on. But like by the fly, I couldn't. This guy'd be like,
Improvise?
"Oh yeah, I'm so fucking hard." I'd be like, "Oh, "This is your problem, dude." Like, what the fuck
Congratulations.
you calling me
pal.
for?
Spit,
Like, spit in one hand
spit,
and you
spit
know,
on it.
see how
Like,
that
what do you
works
want me to
out.
do here, man? I can't help.
But if I had like a script where it's like, "Hey, customer says, yo, baby,
If
I'm
they
so
say
horny."
this,
yeah, then
go
you
to the
like,
green tab.
"Ah, okay,
Yeah,
exactly. Then I can.
They
do
say
that.
like a random name and you have to like flip through.
I know, be like, fuck,
where
fuck,
is it?
fuck, 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 fuck.
It has like, do you like fetishes? You have like foot fetish. Oh, I'm taking off.
God damn it, that's in back. You like zebras? Fuck.
Z, god damn it.
I don't have anything for this one. You're on your own, man. You're gonna have to call back. Hold on, give me a minute.
Manager.
Actually, it wouldn't be that bad because if you made it like a spreadsheet, there's always a control find option. So just start with a Z. Zebra, boom. Be like, oh, you like those stripes?
I'm pretty sure we could write you a
Yeah.
script. I think between me and Donnie and Jamie,
okay,
young
here.
James can write a script
You
for
guys
you.
write it. I'll read it.
Challenge.
Okay.
Accept it.
I'm not a very
All
good
right.
writer.
Dude, yeah,
All you gotta do is
don't-
give
yeah.
him ideas and he'll type something up. I'll read it in a voice that will be like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We have to. Okay. So we have homework.
There
We
has
have
to
to
be some
come up
aggro.
with. We have to come up with like each one of us have to come up with like the weirdest word or weirdest fetish that you have to write something to go along with if
okay,
it came down to that weird ass situation.
that's cool. That sounds like a plan. Are you writing that down?
Let's see
There's-
how-
Because you're not
There's
gonna remember
one
that.
that I've been that I think I might be trying soon that I'm scared about. And
Oh,
it's
shit.
A
knife play.
fetish? Dude, do
Yeah.
not do that.
A
That
what?
shit,
You-
I'm intimidated. Knife play.
Why do you want to do
No.
that? Okay, no. Like anything where you're
I
gonna
wasn't the
bleed,
one
cut-
that brought it up.
You
Oh,
spit on it, you put it
shit.
in. Leave it at that. Come on.
Yeah. Like pull my hair, smack my ass, tie me up,
Right.
I mean,
like
there's,
do some
there's
shit like that. But you're gonna bust
there's
out a
some
fucking
good
knife.
ropes and stuff back
Ropes
there.
aren't bad.
Well, I'm saying I
Ropes are
have all
fine.
that stuff too, but like, let's say she says, "I want you to cut me," and you cut her, and it's like, now if
Yeah.
she decides to fucking put a report on it, there's physical evidence. You know, I wouldn't even go near that shit.
listen, little light choking, some hot wax. That's about as far as we need to go.
Right, the thumb in the butt, you know, shit like that.
That's
There
it.
you
Maybe do the drop in just as a surprise. You never know.
go.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, if anybody doesn't know what the drop in is, remind me to tell the story some other time. I'm pretty sure. I
That's
ain't
just
got-
like a backwards dirty weasel.
yeah. There's a long story that goes with that.
Hello, Urban Dictionary.
I'm gonna let you know something. Not a very good first date. It's just fucking awful. And that's when I found about the drop in. And that's when the first date left. And I was just like, oh, might as well stay here and drink beer with my buddies. Fuck. Oh, well, yes. Okay. So we got to write a script. Now, what were you saying, Donnie? Write a script about what?
We have to come up with like
The weirdest kinks.
some kind of a weird kink that you have to write a script for. Like, let's say, as the phone sex operator, this dude says, you know, I'm into, you know, I don't know, whatever
Feet.
kind of crazy thing I can think of. And
Knife
then you
play.
have to write a, like
Like
you have to write up something for her to
or
respond.
or yeah, or like golden showers or fucking being barfed
Right.
on
It's
or
like the fucking binder of like all right, he likes to get peed on. Let's go to this section.
Oh, you guys, you like to get be peed on? Hold on, let me put R. Kelly on first.
Oh, you like putting peanut butter on your balls and the dog licking it? Oh, let's get that on here.
Right. You
Damn
have to go
right,
to that
Skippy.
page.
Get it, Skippy?
and-
See what I did there?
yeah.
There's your new fucking sponsor.
This might take a couple weeks.
It
We-
could.
they
It doesn't
could-
have
So
to be by tomorrow.
If you
or
use
next
the
week.
Peter Pan, it gives a better feeling.
Do you prefer crunchy or do you like
Right. There it
smooth?
is. That kind of shit.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you like it crunchy? Ooh.
Or yeah, we'll try. Somebody try to have one done next week. The following week, the other person will go, and they'll have people vote on it. How about that? Donnie will come up with one. I'll come up with one. Jamie, you'll come up with one. Wife is the reader.
I'll read it and then you guys can.
Damn, I gotta write. Shit.
You can just text it to him. It's kind of
Oh,
like writing.
I thought it was
Wife
saying we
into,
each
like,
three had to
romance
write
novels or
out.
anything.
We
You
had
guys
to
could
write
text
out
them to
the
me.
thing.
Yeah.
That way nobody sees anybody else's shit
Yeah.
except for me. Like I know who's came from who. You guys can just text it to me.
That's fine.
This
See, there
is
you
gonna
go.
Be fucking
I don't know.
great.
You're welcome.
Oh man,
You're welcome. See what happens when I'm like mentally ready to fucking lose my shit? I come up with stupid crap like this.
and this is what we appreciate about you.
Yeah, it should be a whole fucking list of shit.
Oh, I appreciate the shit out of you. I'm not gonna lie.
Touche.
Woo! Jamie, I love your shirt, by the way. I've been staring at it for like the last
You have a
hour.
Bratz.
Brats.
The
Fuck yeah.
Brad shirt. I love
Only
it.
you, dude. Only you could pull that shit off.
Jamie-
Like, I want to see Donnie wear the brat shirt.
Oh, I would totally wear the Brad shirt.
That's fucking badass.
Dude, Jamie's got a style on his own that no one can match. Only Jamie can match that style. You know? All right. There's something else I wanted to get to. Oh, that I wanted to talk to you guys about. Oh, here it is. Heroin. Don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's why.
Remember, kids, don't do drugs.
Actually, let's just
Like,
give a
you're
big
looking at me.
not looking at you. Heroines don't do that because this guy, accidentally killed his mom in a car accident while on heroin. That's always a bad thing right there, right?
Heroin will take everything from you.
So this guy actually, so it's a terrible story to begin with. So this guy taking his mom to work in the morning, end up wrecking their Jeep. He survived. Mom did not.
Well, yeah, he's a superhero at the moment.
Here's where it takes a twist. So mom was in the passenger seat, right? This wreck happened like 6:30 in the morning. They didn't find mom until like 1:30 in the 2:30 in the afternoon.
Oh my
I thought
God.
you were gonna say like
Holy
3 days
shit.
later.
So nobody
No.
knows if she like died on impact. She could have been laying wherever she was in fucking
Oh,
for 6 hours, 5 hours. I can't do math.
send
No,
him
no,
to
no, not-
Kakistan.
9 hours. It was 9 hours that they went missing.
Oh,
They didn't find her though, and the car was already moved. She didn't leave the vehicle.
what?
She was still in it.
Yeah, she was still in it. They found her in the wreckage yard. Like the wreckage company went to open up to clean out the vehicle
Oh my fucking God.
and noticed that there's someone laying in the patio was licking in the passenger seat. The cops didn't even report it. Cops didn't know either.
Wow.
How?
How?
Holy
Was she like
shit.
fucking stuffed in the floorboard?
No, she
crushed
was just
that
sitting in the
bad?
seat, seatbelt on. Some clothing and a baby seat was on top of her. That was it.
How do you not see that? That's shady as
Right.
fuck.
They don't. That's what they're trying to figure out as well. Nobody knows
I don't
Wow.
understand that.
how.
There's,
That's insane.
All right. Would you like me to break this down real quick and make sure everyone's on the same page with this story?
is there any breaking it down? Like what?
Guy goes
This is
to take mom
BuzzFeed Unsolved live.
here, yeah. Guy goes to take mom to work an hour beforehand, smokes or shoots some heroin, does heroin. I don't know how.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it says. Gets into a car accident. They find out that he's in a car accident. Everyone goes, okay, blah, blah, blah. He's in a car accident. The work calls the husband asking where she is, or the boyfriend, live-in boyfriend, asking where she is because she hasn't shown up to work. He was like, yeah, she has. He goes, I got to let you go. We're dealing with this. And goes, hey, where was he headed? And goes, oh, where's my wife? And started asking the police. And because by now it's like in the late afternoon when this lady was supposed to be there, and the work's like, hey, she's not here. That's weird. because I forget where she worked, but it was one of those places where you just hardly meet like a nurse or some shit. Like, let's say she was a nurse.
Right.
I don't know, something like that. And that's when they just started questioning the police that there was another body in the vehicle. And they're like, no, there was no one else in the vehicle. And then the wreckage yard called the police and went, hey, we need your
Right.
team
Y'all
out
wanna
here
get
to
down
come.
here.
You might want to come collect the body that's still in the passenger seat.
By the way,
Oh, yeah. So now the family is kind of pissed off because now they don't know if the lady would have survived.
That's what I
Right.
said. That's what I said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What was that?
Some just
wow,
No. Yeah, right.
I don't know.
How
that's
fucking,
fucking crazy.
how fucked up is that? Let's talk about an ultimate fail.
That's beyond a fail. There has to. I don't understand. As someone who has been in the medical field, okay, we actually stopped when we witnessed a horrible, horrible fucking accident. All of us were, registered, whatever. We're administering fucking CPR to 2-year-olds and a baby, and the dad's decapitated. Like everyone was accounted for, whether they were alive or not. And that was that was one of the most gruesome things I have ever fucking seen. And for those kids, the one that passed away, they lost both their parents. So how you cannot see or recognize
Right.
body parts, clothing, hair, something. Like it made me think
insane.
that like did it catch fire? Was she burnt to a fucking crisp? Because
No, I'll get into this.
That's
Yeah.
nuts.
How insane? Like nothing. No, she just wrecked. There was some clothing and a baby seat that was on top of her. It wasn't like
and
they
nobody
could,
thought to fucking move that.
I don't even think the cops went down and looked at the vehicle. Like they said it was down at an embankment or some shit like this where they found it. So the cops were just like, tow it up, break it up,
Oh, fuck.
and put it on the flatbed and took off. And they didn't do these dudes did not. They were just like,
Was it in like a fucking bumfuck cunt like hillbilly hick town, some shit?
no, it's in North Carolina. It was like right out. Yeah, it was just like out in somewhere in North Carolina. So it could be in some country bumpkin town in North Carolina.
North Kakalaki.
But it was a North Carolina state patrolman that did it. They're like talking to them, but how terrible is it? One, for the family, not because one, the kid's now going to jail for
Bye.
vehicular manslaughter and all that because he was high on heroin, and then now two, like they lost his mom. That's a tragedy, but for him not to find her for 9 fucking hours later,
Jesus.
how fucking Jesus Christ!
That's
God
crazy.
damn it!
I still don't. I can't.
I can't process that.
No.
That's nuts.
That's what, like when Jamie said, was she on the floorboard? Like, was she in half? Was like
Yeah,
part of
that's my
her-
thought. My thought she's
part
like
of her
they have a
missing.
seatbelt on and is like crumpled
Gone,
fucking
right.
into it.
Right.
No,
Yeah, I thought that like there was that much damage that like you just couldn't tell there was a body there.
no,
Yeah.
they just overlooked her. That's it.
Somebody'd have a gigantic fucking lawsuit. I'm not kidding.
Just-
I'm not a fan of lawsuits, but you can guarantee your ass, I'd be all over fucking that one.
That's it. They just
So they didn't have a coroner or anything on the scene until I'm assuming.
well, yeah, not well. They didn't know anybody else was dead. It was just a.
So Junior couldn't fucking say like, "Hey, my mom was in the car with me."
he
Like,
probably was so fucking high on his
oh
mind.
my god, dude, have fun in jail. I hope you meet the guy that fucking beat up his sister's rapist.
Right.
Fuck off. Be like, Mom, I'm fucking high. I can't drive your ass to work. Ask your boyfriend to
Right.
take you. Way to go, stupid.
Nope. He probably shot up or probably smoked some heroin, freaked out because they're figuring his mom was gonna be mad at him. Ended up driving her to work, wrecking, killing her. And they didn't find her for.
Now, you fucking dick.
And they didn't find her for 9 hours later. How fucking insane!
That's
First of all, those cops should all be fired.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Second of all, that
There
kid's
should
an
be, like,
asshole.
a federal investigation on that shit.
I agree.
That is just lazy fucking police work for that to happen.
Not just that, but like, did she have to like? She would have had to like melted into the fucking seat to just be like, oh okay, you know.
Yeah.
That like I can't scientifically I can't grab that one, but I don't know. I got nothing else with that.
Hey, Jamie, do me a favor. Look up Manitoba
Manitoba.
Manitoba Highway. Is that Canada?
See, I can tell you that right now without looking.
I'm pretty sure that's Manitoba Highway.
It's a Canadian province.
Mhm.
Highway.
I'm gonna let you know somebody about winning the lottery, and they need to go buy a lottery ticket. A couple was going down the Manitoba Highway at 100 kilometers per hour, so about 50 miles per hour. That's not about right. If I'm doing my math correctly.
Maybe closer to 80.
About
Yeah,
80.
like-
About 80.
Yeah. 75, 80.
75, 80.
Yeah.
And we're struck by lightning.
Holy
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Dude, Zeus hit them on the fly.
What?
Slow down, motherfucker.
So here's the Oh,
I
by the
don't
way,
know.
they survived.
There was
They were
a
completely
picture
fine.
The other day on Today, I learned on Reddit that was a
Holy
car getting hit
shit.
by lightning. I don't know if it was the same picture though.
Dude, are they dead? They're
Was it
dead.
the
No, they
SUV?
survived
Yeah, they're
How?
fine.
How?
completely and utterly fine.
Holy shit.
See?
Yeah.
I gotta look.
No, the picture I saw was different. That one's way worse.
I want to see the other one.
Wow.
Look at that. So it hit them, and the car obviously caught fire. They got out before the car completely got engulfed in flames.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, but dude, they got nailed at 80 miles, 75, 80 miles an hour
Jesus.
by Zeus, who was just like, hey, check this guy's out, and threw a fucking lightning bolt and
I
hit
saw
them.
a video of like an SUV that was driving that got like they were barely moving and it struck like the corner.
Dude, that's insane, isn't it? Look at that. Fuck. God. Look, but dude,
That's like it's like a flash blindness too. Like that's fucking bright.
yeah,
Holy
That
shit.
sucked.
completely fine.
No,
No, like
they had to have some kind of scratches.
just
or something.
shaking up.
Yeah, there would be a very it would be a very long time before I ever got in a vehicle again. Or went out during a fucking thunderstorm or something.
Right.
Yeah.
That would create some serious
Yeah.
PTSD.
How many people die from actually getting struck by lightning? Because I feel like I
think
know
it's-
quite a few people that have just survived it.
I think it's like 9 or 10. It's like 12 a year. Does that sound right?
I don't know, it would be a Google thing. And then the first thing I
I'm
think of
just
is
thinking
that
of like the mortality rate compared to like surviving it.
I think it's like
Yeah, it was COVID related symptoms.
nobody died of lightning strikes last year. They all died because of COVID.
first thing I think of is the great outdoors. I've been struck in the head 66 times. 66 times. Oh. In the head. Oh.
Classic. Fucking classic.
Isn't there? Hold on. There is a guy. He got struck by lightning 9 times.
90% survived getting struck by lightning.
Huh. Nice. But there is a guy who got struck by lightning like 9 times, survived every time, ended up dying in a car accident, and lightning struck his tombstone.
Get the fuck out.
I'm pretty sure.
Somebody's pissed off at him.
He's
like,
He must have been a dick.
nobody like that guy. But he got struck like 9 times, and then when he died, tombstone got hit by lightning.
That's
I
crazy.
just love that one of my grandfathers died, just not from getting struck by lightning 4 times in his life, but just from like all the hatred building up in his body and it finally shutting down.
All the hatred built up in his body. His body was like, you've had enough.
Yep, and just fucking just like went to sleep one day and that was it.
Jesus.
That's the way to go though.
Yeah, I guess, die by hatred.
No,
No.
just to
He
go
was
when
a
you're sleeping.
fucking
go to sleep,
grumpy
yeah.
old man. He just like decided that this is the night. He was just like, fuck this world. I'm finally done.
Well, that's one way of doing it, I guess.
Ooh.
That's
Cheers
it.
to him for having that decision.
no shit. All right, let's talk about everyone's favorite billionaire, Elon Musk. Dude, did you see he's partnered? Listen, he's gonna put billboards in the sky. Did you hear about this
I
shit?
would be crushed by
No.
one of
How's he gonna do this?
He's partnering up.
I'm gonna purposely work under one of them just so hopefully one day I have a 9/11 with the first billboard.
I'm stunned at that. A 9/11 with you. I don't think this is going to happen. So because he's going to partner with satellites, and they're project
Oh, I'm thinking like a Futurama fucking billboard.
I know what you're thinking
There
of.
with fucking jets.
No. And they're going to project billboards in the sky at night. Can you fucking believe that shit?
That is a complete waste of way too much money.
Can you imagine fucking looking up in the sky and seeing the fucking Hustler Club fucking billboard flying over your house?
Look, hun, it's the Golden Arches.
Hey, honey, look. It's couples night. It's half price.
Upside down pineapple. What?
Donnie's a swinger now.
Like
But
there's
can you
so
believe
much
that?
like anger building in me because I'm just imagining him putting it over someplace like Joshua Tree or something like that where there's no light pollution and it's just gonna be ruined.
That's what I see. That's what I'm thinking as well. Like you're gonna fuck something up, something like that.
What is the need for that though? I mean, I don't understand that.
Advertisement sells.
Not like we can't fucking see it. We have 8 billion fucking ways of information at your fingertips.
I don't know. Hey, advertisement sells. But I really hope they only do it over like metropolitan areas. Like they need to put a limit on that shit. Like
Yeah,
don't do it like you can't do it like 40 miles outside of a metropolitan area. You know what I mean?
You think
Yeah.
accidents are bad now? People are gonna be like, I was looking at the billboard.
Like just think if they're like interactive billboards. You know what I mean? Like little fucking
what
like
happens? What happens if the fucking thing malfunctions?
satellite.
Cybernet takes over.
No, I'm talking like how are they going to be just like hovering fucking billboards? Like
It's just like a projection. It's just like a projection screen. They're just,
okay.
you know what I'm saying?
You'll be like,
Okay, well,
out of order.
Like the satellite's
of
just going to be the
order.
giant projector.
Out of order.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I kind of read on it. I don't know how it works. I'm not a
We're
smart
gonna-
guy.
No, someone's gonna pay to have just the fucking Windows DVD thing, and when it hits the corner, you're gonna hear just a fucking roar from the world.
Oh Jesus!
Jesus. You know what? The fucking aliens need to hurry up and fucking show up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they do. What? Okay. Well, I thought they were supposed to be like, I don't know. Like I've been seeing all this crazy conspiracy shit lately, and they're talking about like they're supposed to be doing some 5G tests today. Like, and they're like, I thought there was supposed to be like some major like world
FEMA.
like,
Yeah. FEMA's
yeah, the
was
FEMA
supposed to.
test. I never got anything on my phone.
I didn't either.
No. They were going to do the first FEMA like nationwide test through like the radio,
Like all over the world, like everywhere.
broadcast on your phone, broadcasting,
TV, phone,
TV,
like,
phone, radio, whole 9 yards.
I didn't get shit.
Never happened. I don't think it happened. I didn't hear
I think it
anything. If
did.
it didn't work.
Yeah.
So
Is that what they were talking about on the radio this morning?
Yeah.
Okay. So like 1:20 is our time is when it was supposed to
yeah,
happen.
so that was supposed to happen like at
Right.
Central Time. So at Jamie's time about 2:20.
Don, are you the same time zone as we are?
yeah,
Dallas is the same. Yeah, Dallas is the same.
I don't know.
James is an hour ahead. But yeah. I don't know why it didn't happen, but who knows? But
I
dude,
just
let me tell you
thought it was
something.
Weird.
You need to, or you got Amazon, you got Showtime, right? Donald,
Yeah, yeah.
you need to watch the UFO documentary docuseries.
Isn't there? There's a new one on Netflix too.
I haven't seen the one on Netflix. I just got done watching the one that's on Showtime.
Nice. I'm gonna have to watch that.
So I'm stoned watching this in the first episode. In the first episode, it's fucked up. Like it's kind of crazy in the tinfoil conspiracy hat way that these UFO, like this documentary talks about. The first episode, though, I won't ruin it for everyone. I'll just tell you about the first episode and what my train of thought went and how my wife doesn't find me very funny
No.
at all. Does not find my humor at all funny. So they talk about in 97, James, obviously you weren't alive. Donnie, we were in high school.
Yeah.
Don't even.
Yep. So
Just don't even.
over
Leave my cougar ass alone.
over Phoenix, they had the light pattern, like that strange light pattern. You've seen the video of over Phoenix in
I
'97.
remember that. Yeah, yeah.
So it had like the five
There's like
lights.
a line of fucking dots. Like
Yeah, it had like 5 lines this way, and then it had one to go this way, and then it was like one in the back end on the tail end.
yeah.
And everyone's like, "What is this? What is this?" and it made no sound. They're like, what the fuck? And then the lights turned off. And then a couple of minutes later, it popped over Tulsa or Tucson, Arizona. Popped over Tucson, and then it was gone. Everyone's like, oh, what is this? And like the governor asked the federal government to step in and try to find out what's going on. And then it got really weird. Like this lady's like, oh yeah, like this lady's like, oh, the government tried to step in. They're like, yeah, we're gonna get answers. We're finally gonna find out what this is. And then he's like, that it was really weird that he had a breaking news conference, like an emergency news conference, like a couple of weeks, like a few months later, and was just like, oh, we found out what the mysterious lights were over Phoenix that night, were who caused it, and had a dude dressed up like as an alien handcuffed. And then peeled it off. They're like, it was just flares, and then walked off. But come to find out, he was in like bank fraud. He was going up on charges for bank fraud and shit like this, and got called in the back room, came out, went and did this press conference, was found guilty, got wrapped up in whatchamacallit, on appeals, and then his friend, the president, Bill Clinton at the time, pardoned him.
Wow.
So they're like, why did he get pardoned?
Wow.
And like it was all like, and then they have all like all the fucking video footage from the Princeton and all these alien spaceships and shit like this. It's fucking crazy. So, dude, it's fucking nuts. So here's my stoned ass. Here's where I went. I think the aliens look just like us. I think they're already here. They're among us. You know what I mean? They look just like us. You know what I mean?
You sound like that fucking psycho cult leader, Sherry something.
Hear me out.
Oh, I can't remember her name.
I think they're mining our planet for something. That's all I'm saying. Here it is. Here's my conspiracy theory.
I'm sorry.
Here it is.
Musk, man.
Elon Musk is probably one of them. I'm just saying.
They're mining the lithium.
Sherry Shriner. That's her fucking name.
You know, I think they're mining the planet. And I think they were taking the cargo home, decided to stop and have a few cold beverages on their way out, lost somebody, and had to flip on the lights going, fuck, have you seen Chad? Fuck, where's he at? And they're like, fuck, we're spotted. They're scrambling the Air Force. We gotta go. Fuck.
Go, 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 go.
And had to fly and had to take off because some asshole got lost or hooked up and tried to do a one-night stand.
Right.
And got separated, and they had to spot themselves. That's all it was.
There's
this
an
dude,
alien fetish.
it was an alien fetish.
fetish.
That was it. That's what I think it was.
You guys
Katy Perry
remember-
sung about it. Ever saw that video? She like fucks with an alien or
Yeah.
some shit.
Jesus. No, I didn't see that.
Fill me with your poison.
guys-
Come on now.
She is.
You guys remember Bud Dwyer?
Who?
You guys were alive during that when Bud Dwyer, he was this. I think he was a.
Wait, hold on.
senator.
Time out. Did you just say you were alive during that?
Yeah. He's referring to us as being old.
Yes.
Like, we're twice your age. So, yeah, probably.
It happened in '87. I looked it up. I was trying to make sure that it was still.
I was 6 years old.
Yeah. So, I don't know if I remember this or
It was
not.
It was this senator who was caught up in a bunch of backdoor deals and was about to be taken to trial and everything like the week next or the next week, whatever. And so he called a press meeting, and during it opened up an envelope that had a revolver in it and committed suicide, like live on TV and everything.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. He was
Yeah,
an American
video was gnarly.
American politician who
The
served.
cameraman fucking stays on him as the fucking blood is just gushing out and everything.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I don't want to see that.
It's I found it when I was like 7, and I was just like, this is so badass.
He committed suicide on January 22nd, 1987, during a live press conference.
Yep.
Oh, he's born in St. Charles.
Jesus.
He's from here.
He's from here. What did he commit suicide? Why did he commit suicide?
Suicide by gunshot.
Okay, so what was he bringing up charges for?
I don't know. Let me.
That's what I
Oh,
wanna
he was
know.
found guilty on 11 counts of conspiracy, mail fraud, perjury, and interstate transportation of aid in racketeering. It was scheduled to be sentenced on January 23rd. On January 22nd, Dwyer called a news conference in Pennsylvania state capital of Harrisburg, where he fatally shot himself with a .357 Magnum revolver in front of reporters. Dwyer's suicide was broadcast later that day to a wide television audience across Pennsylvania.
So they broadcast it anyways.
I guess so.
Dude, the
I
80s,
didn't realize
like,
that. I thought it was just live.
dude, we came from a wild bunch.
Mhm.
Like, so that reminds, so they showed that on TV
Yeah.
back in, so hold on, back to this documentary on the first thing. The UFOs, they're like, yeah, we used to see UFOs all the time in the 50s, all the time. They were a daily science or seen over Washington, D.C. almost every day during the 50s. They're like, oh, another UFO sighting, another flying saucer sighting over the White House. And it was like no big deal. Now it's like there's no such thing as aliens. And now suicide is bad. But in the 80s, they're just like, oh, let's rerun this on the 6 o'clock news. Like, just
Jesus.
think about this.
Right.
What we are a wild society. Think about this. Like what we used to show on, like we used to have live, like
Yeah. There. I mean, I
Holy
remember-
shit.
There was news feeds for the fucking roof Koreans in LA and shit. Like,
The roof Koreans.
wait, are the roof Koreans?
you guys don't know about the roof Koreans?
No.
Okay, if I had to ask you what a roof Korean is, clearly I don't know
Right.
what the fuck a roof Korean is.
Never heard of a
Like,
roof
you
Korean, like-
you ding dong. Come on,
Is
man.
this-
That's it.
Is this
During
a
the-
sex thing or
During the
Oh,
LA
wait, hold
riots
on, hold on,
in the
hold on.
90s.
Before you tell me what a roof Korean is, what did you find?
Dwyer, okay, so the speech lasted nearly 30 minutes, and approximately halfway into it, with no apparent end in sight, some of the gathered press began to pack up and leave. Dwyer spotted this and interrupted himself to say, "Those of you who are putting your cameras away, I think you ought to stay because we're not finished yet." Okay.
wow.
Oh, okay. So Korean
Y'all
roof.
stick around. There's going to be a story here.
Yeah, clearly. All right. So what were we
roof
talking about? Roof Koreans. Got it.
It was during the LA riots in the 90s.
April 22nd, 1992. Yeah.
Yep.
We all heard the Sublime song. Actually, it's April 26th.
But during that, the Koreatown was getting ransacked and everything, and police weren't responding to it just because there was other shit to deal with, yada yada yada. And so basically every business owner in Koreatown got their guns and just sat on their roofs and shot at people.
Good.
And there was like some news feeds that were just like constantly over there, just being like, let's see what happens.
Yep. I remember
Nice.
that shit. So they had bodies everywhere.
And you found more?
I did. So this is like his speech quoted. I won't read it all because it's pretty fucking long. So I'm not I'm trying to go. Please tell my story on every radio and television station and in every newspaper and magazine in the US. Please leave immediately if you have a weak stomach or mind, since I don't want to cause physical or mental distress. Joanne, Rob, Dee Dee, I love you. Thank you for making my life so happy. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you all on the count of 3. Please make sure that the sacrifice of my life is not in vain. 1, 2, 3.
Well, Jesus.
And then there's a fucking rap artist that I listen to that whenever he produces beats, that's the name he uses.
Is what?
Bud Dwyer. That's what
Oh.
he goes by whenever he makes like beats.
Yep. That's insane. Well, I'm glad he went out the way. Well, at least he got to choose the way he wanted
The
to
way
go.
he wanted? Is that
Yeah.
what you're gonna say?
He got to choose the way he wanted. That's a lot less than a lot of people get to do. Just think about it. I mean, he didn't have to make a spectacle of it, and they didn't have to rerun it on the 6 o'clock news either. Just say, man, the 80s were wild. Just think about that.
Yeah, they were.
God damn.
Dang it.
I can't get over how fucking crazy that is. All right.
Yep.
All right. Anything? All right. Let's get
On that note,
on that note. On those happy times.
maybe next time I can tell about the Bjork stalker if you know anything about him.
Nope. Jamie, I want
Save
a
it
real
for
yeah.
next-
Save it for next week.
Yeah,
I don't because we already had one sadness here.
I can show some clips of his stuff, but he's another one that committed suicide on camera. And
I don't
then,
want to hear. Yeah, we don't need to hear about that shit either. So come with a happy haha craziness. Let's see. Actually, whatever. All right, Donald, you got anything? Let's wrap this thing up here.
Not really. Shout out to Will again for this badass microphone stand.
Yeah, it's
PSN
pretty cool.
services. You can look him up on like Facebook and Instagram and all that shit.
I need
He's
to get
got,
a unicorn one with boobs.
She needs some fucking dark horse unicorn.
Oh hell yeah!
That should be the name of our production company, Dark Horse Unicorn or Dark Unicorn. There you go. Write that down.
You write it down. You got the fucking pen right there.
Damn, I can't read my handwriting. You know this.
I'm aware.
Jamie, what you got? Anything?
Sorry about your puppy dog, dude.
_eater on Twitter, but I forgot to say that earlier I went to CVS and accidentally dropped acid just on the floor randomly.
Oh,
And I was
oops.
just like, oh,
it dropped out of your pocket or
it dropped out of my wallet. Yeah.
oh okay. Whoops.
I don't even know what to say to you.
I don't know.
Jamie. Oh, by the way, tell your mom we need to get a cut of her yelling. So everyone, hold on real quick. As we wrapped up last week, I don't know if you heard it. We get done wrapping up last week after Jamie's crazy fucking story. And his mom was nice enough to sit in the background and listen to us chit chat for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Soon as she gets done, as soon as I get done hitting the record button, she yells, and I wish we would have gotten on fucking record. Who hurt you? And I could I need your mom to I need that on a button somewhere. Someone help me. I need that on a button. Or your mom yelling, "Who hurt you?"
I can set
Who hurt you? You need to get that on video, on tape, someone, and send. We need that as a sound bite. My dear,
Yes, dear.
what do you got?
I got nothing.
No Scentsy pimp out, no nail pimp out.
Scented with a twist. Their fall catalogs and pumpkin shits out. It's wonderful. And for the Color Street nails,
It's almost Doug's season.
Yep, the fall sets launch on the 17th, so that'll be a big day.
Didn't you get Jamie? Didn't you just get some checkerboards?
Yeah.
I don't have them on. I did. They're somewhere.
You still got your blueberries on?
Yeah.
Cool.
Jamie,
They've lasted for over like 2 weeks.
I know.
So.
See, long lasting shite.
if you like your nails, ladies and gentlemen, Color Street is the way to go. Find my wife. What is it called?
Just the tips and toes.
Just the tips and toes. Oh, that's right. I
Just
named
the
it.
tips.
Just the tip. That's right. I'm the one who named it. Oh, watch it on YouTube. Once again, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be really generous, go to Anchor and be a monthly donation to this. All we are is asking for 99 cents. We ain't asking for too much. You can go to lostlosers.com. If you spend over $50, you got 15% off coming off automatically. You can find us on Twitter at losers_loss. You can find us on Instagram at loss_loser_podcast. You can find us, or if you just want to or fucking email us, you can email us at lostloserspodcast@gmail.com. What else?
That's it.
Lost Losers channel on YouTube. Hit subscribe. I think that's fucking
and
it.
Share and tell your friends.
Share, tell your friends. You know,
If you
fucking
have friends,
if you have friends. If not, just listen to us.
we'll be your friends.
We'll be your friends. We're losers.
And you get to hear my sex voice. so you
And
really
yes,
wanna
we
be my
all have
friend.
homework. We have to write a script for my wife on a weird fetish as a sex line operator.
There you go.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.